Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Galaxia Park and Luna Park. I'm Councilor Cynthia Borrego, Cynthia Borrego, Councilor for District 5. And I am standing here with two of the residents of this area, John Baca and his daughter Sol, who Sol is growing up too fast. Last time I saw her, she was this tall, and now she's taller than me. I'm really excited to be here today to announce that we have placed some children at play signs on this street. This street is basically a horseshoe street, and the children at play signs that we placed we were engaged by the neighborhood, by Mr. Baca, to come and help with a dangerous situation. And there's a lot of kind of density in this little beautiful subdivision, and so the kids play on the street. And there is a park down the street, but there's a lot of kids that play, basketball and kickball and frisbee and just all the things that kids do. And so we decided that it was probably a good idea when Mr. Baca approached me to put in some signs and slow the traffic down a little bit. You'll see the sign right behind me, which is 15 miles an hour. And we put 7 signs in at 4 locations in the horseshoe, along the horseshoe. The cost was pretty minimal, actually. It was less than $1,700 to put all 7 of the signs in. So I'm excited that the community engaged me and approached me and asked me if I could help them. And so that's why we are here today, just to announce those signs. And I would like to have Mr. Baca say a few words, if I could, and just let him.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is John. I'm one of the residents here on Galaxia Park Drive area, and I originally called Cynthia Borrego's office to see if we could get some signs put up for the children at play to slow down the speed limit in the neighborhood. We're also seeking additional speed bumps to help reduce the speed of our visitors in the neighborhood and neighbors. To assist with this, we do have a lot of children that live in this area and come outside and play in the streets. So when the signs went up, I was very grateful on how quickly they went up and the attention that we got to our neighborhood in this district. Thank you.
So does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Was there any specific incident that kind of spurred you to get these signs in place?
Actually, I will tell you that my nephew used to live in this area, and so I would come to visit him, and I saw the kids playing in the neighborhood. And I certainly want to protect our kids as much as possible. And when the community approached me to Mr. Baca to do something to help them, alleviate that dangerous situation, I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer.
So no, incidents where maybe a child was almost...
Not that I know of, John.
No, a couple of close calls in the neighborhood, and this is really from the residents and sometimes the guests that come and visit. They tend to speed a lot faster than what they should be going in such a tight area, especially when there's two cars side by side on the block on the opposite sides of each other. They kind of zoom through here, and when the kids are outside playing, there's no time to stop. And that's why I'm proposing to try and get these speed bumps in, and we have the signs now. And the signs have helped a little bit, but we want to take some additional measures to make this happen.
So we've offered some assistance for Mr. Baca because he's going to apply for the speed bumps. And I think this is a perfect example of an area that has a higher density and could probably use some speed bumps, but there are factors that they have to meet.
So the signs were $1,700. What would the speed bumps cost? Do you have any kind of
I have no idea right now. I think they're about $2,000 a speed bump. So it depends on how many our traffic engineer would approve. There are certain guidelines that you have to meet when you apply for, and it is the responsibility of the neighborhood to apply for the speed bumps. So once they apply, then it goes to our transportation engineers, and they determine if they meet the guidelines. Any other questions?
So, Mr. Baca, seeing these signs go up, how long was this process in the making from when you first reached out to?
I believe probably about 6-7 months, maybe sooner than that. I didn't keep track of that timeline, but I think they went up rather quickly for the requests that we put in.
And to see that the city is working for the neighborhood, what are your thoughts?
I love it. I love it that our city's pitching in and taking some concerns about our citizens here, and also that our city councilor is paying attention to what's going on in her district, and that's a big help to know that someone's doing that and that our representatives are taking care of us.
What was the speed limit before in this area?
I believe it says 25.
Yeah.
However, 25 in this small of a block, that's rather fast. It should really be cut down to about 15, and that's a fair speed limit there, considering how enclosed we are in this neighborhood. It's one very large, I guess, cul-de-sac, call it, one way in, one way out. So we get a lot of traffic just from the houses that are up here, which are, I'm going to guesstimate, probably about close to 200 houses.
Any push for enforcement for the 15 miles per hour?
Oh yeah, the police station is just down the street, and if you look at the lot that's just to the south of this, we are also going to be looking at a multi-generational center there and a library. So we do have the money right now for the design, and we're working to initiate that design. So there'll be more traffic in this area at some point, And I'm really excited because we were able to receive that funding from the state legislature to design the multi-gen center, library, and a swimming pool. All right, well, thank you all for being here today. We appreciate you all coming out, and I'm really excited that Sol was able to join us and Mr. Baca, and we hope that this helps our community. Thank you all for being here.